Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Marie Feltz.
Thank you. Good evening. I hope you all enjoyed your dinner. Before I get started, I'd like to stress, please read the bios that are in your program of all the nominees for tonight, because we will be only reading the winners. So we'd like you to know about all the other wonderful people that are up for nomination. So please read your program. Fellow businessmen, award and women, award nominees, government officials, distinguished guests, friends, and a special welcome to a past Chamber Board President, past Chamber CEO, and the only past Raymond Shafer Award winner in the room, Mr. Charlie Anderson. And I think he's Good evening, and thank you for coming. I am Marie Feltz, owner of Decorating Den Interiors in Meadville. As president of your Meadville Chamber of Commerce, it is my distinct pleasure to call this our 212th annual meeting and dinner of our Chamber of Commerce to order and present to you the state of the organization. I am pleased to report the state of the Chamber is strong. Since we convened as a membership last April, we have added 63 businesses to our ranks, several of which have joined as part of opening their doors for the first time. Krista Lundy, our executive director, and her dedicated staff work tirelessly to not only increase these numbers, but to also offer the most value possible to each and every one of you. But to also offer the most value possible to each of all of us, be it assistance in locating information, help making connections with customers and vendors, or providing quality programming to educate our business community. And I'd like a round of applause for Krista and all her staff. The Chamber can boast a busy and exciting year. We added the Chocolate Frolic, with proceeds benefiting our educational programs. The K-12 Community Outreach Program under the Chamber Foundation and the Leadership Meadville Program, thank you for your support of this new event, which was a sweet success. And a wonderful evening of sampling decadent desserts and treats from a variety of bakeries, caterers, and restaurants. In March, our local restaurant community was highlighted at the 10th Annual Chili Chowder Cook-Off. This event encouraged over 500 community members to try the best comfort food available in our region. We're thrilled to say several of those in our audience tonight participated in some fashion. This past year, we also celebrated the 10th anniversary of Thunder in the City. We're proud to say that we have been able to host a classic car and motorcycle show, bringing 10 to 15,000 people to downtown Meadville each year for a decade while maintaining a friendly family atmosphere. It's amazing to think the work we do has brought over 100,000 people directly to our community and our community businesses in the last decade throughout one event. This next year, we will be celebrating another milestone anniversary, the 10th anniversary of one of the Chamber's greatest assets, our Leadership Meadville program. This program, which many of you have supported and been a part of, has helped nurture and foster future leaders in our region. Many of these leaders are now on nonprofit boards, serving on committees, and helping to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. This year is also our leader, Krista Lundy's 10th anniversary as a chamber director in our region. She currently sits on the State Board of Chamber of Professionals representing the NWPA region. In her tenure, she has helped to increase our chamber membership, added many signature events that are well attended, while building and strengthening relationships with businesses and community leaders in our region. She and her team continue to add programs to help members get the most of your membership. Please be sure to fill out the cards that are on your tables so that the chamber team can get your valuable input about your memberships. I hope you saw them all on the table, and you all have a pen there, so please fill them out. Finally, it's exciting to have you all here this evening to celebrate the successes of our colleagues, neighbors, and friends. Many of you have started or expanded your businesses in the last year, and many of you are hiring due to the business climate being positive. We could not be happier for you, and please know, regardless of who takes an award home, all our nominees are deserving of these honors and more. Enjoy the evening, and thank you for your continued support of your Meadville, Western Crawford Chapter Chamber of Commerce. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Crawford County K-12 Career Education Alliance Program Coordinator, that's quite a title, Eileen Mullen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, excuse me, only one way out here.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity. Just to say a little bit about my program, I'm not going to talk for too long. Big sigh of relief from the whole crowd. My program is the Crawford County K-12 Career Education Alliance. It serves the 3 school districts this side of Crawford County, and it falls under the auspices of the Chamber of Commerce Foundation. A lot of what we do is just career exploration activities, events, supplement the career curriculum that's already existing in the schools. We reach about 3,000 to 4,000 students every year. Many of you are on my steering committee. Raise your hand if you're on my steering committee, because I see a lot of you guys in the crowd. The neat thing about it is we do provide great experience for students so that they can make better informed choices about their future. So we do a lot of mock interviews, interview skills, resume writing, conversation skills. We work on work ethic. We do career fairs, career panels, after-school clubs, industry clubs. We do STEM camp. We do career camp, transition days. We also do career days for students on the autism spectrum. Last night we did Educator in the Workplace, and we had about 90 people at New Tech, 47 of them being educators that went into, and we've done this for 5 years so that we can have educators and guidance counselors and teachers, administrators go into manufacturers to understand what tool and die and manufacturing is all about so that they can help recruit. The students that I work with every day are your future employees. They are your pipeline. They're a great investment. I appreciate all of you that have volunteered. I think the cool thing about my program is that we reach about 3,000 to 4,000 students a year, but we also have about 300 to 400 volunteers every year. And those are people that are willing to take time out of their work day to help educate the workforce of tomorrow. And when I look around this room, I'm always in awe by the people that I see, because you people are the people that like your jobs. You're happy in your careers. You excel in your careers. You're a model of what we want our students to do. You are champions for your business sectors. And I appreciate when all of you will come and share your expertise and your talent and information with the students. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce this year. A lot of my programs I think about, I implement, and I fund, sometimes through generous donations, sometimes through grants. But this year was the very first year ever that someone approached me and said, we would like to do a fundraiser and we would like to give the funds to your program. That's never happened before. I think I almost cried when Krista said that. But I was so touched and thrilled, and I thank every member of the chamber who supported that, who came to it, who helped fund it, who enjoyed the chocolate from the Chocolate Frolic. You've made a difference in the program. You've made a difference in a lot of students' lives, and I appreciate your continued support. And so anybody, I have to do this, anybody who's interested in being a part of the Crawford County K-12 Career Education Alliance, I will be around afterwards. We have an annual meeting on May 15th at the Crawford County Career and Technical Center if you would like to learn more about it. And anybody who's interested in volunteering in any of these opportunities that I spoke of, please just see me after. Thank you so much.
And at this time, I'd like to speak just briefly about our Leadership Meadville program, because I truly believe it is one of the Chamber's greatest assets. But at this time, I would also like to have a few people stand, and please hold your applause till the end. Would the following people please stand, because they are the people that make this program what it is and are making a difference. All Leadership Meadville alumni, please stand. And all committee members, anyone that's on the Leadership Meadville committee. If you have sponsored Leadership Meadville in the past, I know our sponsors this year are Bethesda Lutheran Services and Lincoln Recycling, and Accutech Precision Aerospace, my apologies. All of our site hosts, if you have had people come to your workplace and given a tour to the Leadership Meadville class, please stand. And any of our speakers who have spoke to the class, if you could please stand. Thank you so much to this great group of people. Next month, we will have 16 new alumni join the other 120-some alumni at our Leadership Meadville graduation and celebration. This remarkable program offers value to people of all ages, backgrounds, and careers. The opportunity to learn more about your individual style of leadership and how to apply that in your personal and professional life, how to apply that with your peers, with your coworkers, and your bosses, and even your friends. This educational program also allows each individual to learn more about Crawford County with our Asset Discovery Days, which is what some of these people just stood for previously. They're learning all that is available and offered here in Crawford County. On class days such as manufacturing, agriculture, education, healthcare, economic development, arts and entertainment, and other days, help the class discover why so many of us choose to call Crawford County home. Whether we are born and raised here and never plan to leave, like myself, or are a transplant here for whatever reason and you choose to stay. We're proud and honored to begin our 10th anniversary. Leadership Meadville 10 is fast approaching. We are graduating next month, and anyone interested in being part of the program by enrolling, we have forms at the back table there. Please feel free to take that, or if you are interested in being a sponsor or a site host or part of the program in any way, please contact the Chamber. Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to introduce the Davies family and representatives from Allegheny College for the Lou and Ellie Davies Award for Outstanding Community Service.
I'm Steve Davies, and I am the Davies family. It's really great to be here back in Meadville and represent the entire family. It's the 15th time that we've awarded this great prize of the Lou and Ellie Davies Award for Outstanding Community Service. My brother Jack was planning on being here tonight, but he sends his regrets because the Washington Capitals failed to win the playoff game on Monday, and this is Game 7 tonight. I'm here. The Davies Award was created to create a spotlight of the good works Allegheny College students are doing in the community. Counting this year's recipients, we have recognized 44 Allegheny College students for their outstanding community service to Meadville. I think that's really a great accomplishment. My dad was a proud graduate of Allegheny and a member of the Board of Trustees, and along with my mother Ellie, tirelessly advocated for student involvement in the local community and hoped that students would grow to love Meadville as much as they did. For those of you who have attended this event in the past, you know this has really worked. And this year, I want to thank in particular President Jim Mullen, who, where are you, Jim, along with your wife, Mary, have been tremendous advocates of this program, as well as a very dear, dear friend of our late mother. And we're all going to miss them a lot, but the legacy that they have left in terms of community service is really remarkable. Allegheny, last fall alone, 1,051 students performed 15,000 hours of community service. So that's something to be very proud of. We're also proud of the Davies Community Service Leader Program, which was established in 2004 to honor my father, who's class of 1940, and his commitment to Meadville. And through especially, we'd like to recognize Dave Roncalata, Beth Kochi, and the other community service team at Allegheny that really helped this program grow and thrive. This year, we have 21 Davies leaders serving the total of, bringing the total to 215 students who have served 32 different local organizations and nonprofits over the last 15 years. And since we met last year, we're also happy to announce that a permanent endowment has been created for this program at Allegheny to assure its perpetuity in the future. So there'll be future Davies coming up. So about the award. The Lou and Ellie Davies Award, and we've actually just started out calling it the Lou Davies Award, but then when on my mother's 95th birthday, we added the Ellie part because she was just as engaged in the community as he was. And it's established to honor the Allegheny College student who has most positively impacted the Meadville community in the past year. It is based on nominations, not from the college, but from the local organizations who are asked to describe how the work of the student had benefited the Meadville community and how the students had gone above and beyond their job on a volunteer basis. These nominations forms were then reviewed by Committee City of Julie Ford, represent the President's Office, City Manager Andy Walker's around here somewhere, Libra Stearns, Mary of Meadville, and my brother Jack and myself. And the finalists all here tonight. Dan Bashir, class of 2020 from Erie, Pennsylvania, nominated by Women's Services, and Dan has done amazing work with Women's Service, creating a kids club, and doing all kinds of very positive activities and established himself as a positive role model for that organization and the troubled children that are involved with it. Jacob Thompson, class of 2019 from Fredonia, New York, nominated by the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Mentoring Program, the Meadville Area Middle School, and Alex Zelazny, class of 2019, nominated by the United Way of Western Crawford County. She has been unique because she's been a Davies leader for 4 years, has done remarkable things with Make a Difference Day and a whole variety of programs there. The winner will receive a check for $500, and each runner-up will get $250. And we really do encourage you to read their accomplishments at the program. And you could see how difficult a choice it was. But we are delighted to announce that this year's winner of the Lou and Ellie Davies Award for Outstanding Community Service is Jacob Thompson. And we have to really applaud loudly because Jacob is sick as a dog in his dorm room with a fever. So, but let me just tell you a little bit about Jacob. And as I said, this is a really hard decision. But Jacob decided to leave what he called the Allegheny bubble and become involved in many volunteer activities in Meadville, including the READ program, where he worked with adults seeking to get their high school diplomas. For the past 2 academic years, he's been a mentor and leader of the Dr. Martin Luther King program at the Meadville Area Middle School, helping students in their studies in character building. He also helped to organize business and industry participation for Meadville's beloved community fair, meeting personally with probably many of you and other companies, and recruiting Allegheny College volunteers to support this event. So we'd like to ask Alexandra and Dan, who are here, to come forward to this and to receive their award and to take a quick photo. And thank you very, very much for your participation. Here's this. This one is, that's you. And this is for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have pictures, photo ops. Over there. Over there.
Oh, okay.
Our photo op is over there. Great. Oh, there we go. More photos. Thank you very much.
At this time, I'd like to start with the actual Diamond Awards, and we are so very excited about this. As always, in the past few years, this was my 5th event. There are some very close numbers. There's 1 or 2 points between some of these nominees, and I want to congratulate every nominee that has been nominated this year. You were in some very great company. We have individuals, businesses, and nonprofits doing great things in our community, and you are all to be applauded. So congratulations for being nominated. The first award that I have is for our Chamber Ambassador of the Year, and these are the people that you would see at our ribbon cuttings and our grand openings and helping with those events, and they're our chamber champions. They're helping to promote the chamber. If they're talking in the community with their peers or at different meetings and so forth, they are talking about the chamber and how proud they are to be a part of the chamber. They're giving me names of businesses that are potential chamber members, and they're helping with chamber retention. So this is a great group, and if I could have at this time all of the chamber ambassadors please stand and a round of applause. And at this time, if I could have our Ambassador of the Year for 2019, congratulations to our very own Chamber President, Mrs. Marie Feltz. Also, I would ask that all of the winners please stay afterwards for your official photos. Thank you so much. You will notice you see Marie at most ribbon cuttings and grand openings and business after hours and everything that we do. So thank you so much from the chamber staff and the board, Marie. Thank you for all that you do. And as Marie had mentioned, all of the nominee bios are in your program. If you could please take the time to read those this evening during the program, we would greatly appreciate that, because we will be bringing up last year's winners to announce the winner for this year. So at this time, I will be reading the past male emerging leader and our female emerging leader, because a few years ago we had so many nominees, I put it into 2 categories. So it's a great thing to have so many nominees. But some of the previous ones, as we have last year's male emerging leader of the year, Mateo Rashaki from Voodoo, come up, he's going to be announcing the new winners. Last year's female emerging leader was Kirsten Martin from Allegheny College, and she's unable to be here. But so the previous winners are Dan Simonson, Ty Cressman, Christian Marr, Dan Williams, Tim Geibel, Brandon Huff, and Mike Fields, Elizabeth Smith, Ann Knott, and Amy Spitzer. Congratulations to all of those people. And Mateo, if you want to come tell us the winners for this year. Voodoo is also one of your cocktail sponsors. You can thank them for the beverages on your table you may take home with you.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. So it's my honor and privilege to award the Emerging Leader Male as well as Female for this year. So for the Emerging Leader Male, this nominee believes that giving back to the community is extremely important, and he strives to lead by example. He currently sits on the board of directors for both the Meadville Western Crawford County Chamber of Commerce and the Crawford County Historical Society. He's also president of the Crawford Area Young Chamber of Commerce, where he's serving as his 4th year as president and coordinates the annual Halloween parade. He's also a member of the Meadville Wolves Club, a Leadership Meadville alumni, now serving the Leadership Meadville Committee as a proud chamber ambassador. He is once again honored to be recognized as an emerging leader. Originally from Western New York, this nominee moved to Meadville for a warmer climate. Pause for laughter. Great, everyone got that. And attending Allegheny College. After graduating with a degree in economics, he joined the team at Bush Investment Group as a financial planner. Recently married, he and his wife, Kelsey, appreciate all that Meadville and Crawford County have to offer. They have immersed themselves in our community, and we hope they are here for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in recognizing our 2019 Emerging Leader, Dave Astry.
It's 2 pieces, so be careful.
Well, thanks, everyone. For those of you who don't know, this is my 4th year being nominated. Thank you. And it's the only year that I didn't prepare a speech. So that's fitting. But yeah, I'm involved in a lot. I really, when I moved back here, I tried to immerse myself in the community, and I think I've done that, and it's helped me, and I know it's helped the organizations I'm involved with. I'm from Fredonia, New York, and so it's interesting. I can't remember the Allegheny student's name that won the other award here, but I was hoping he'd be here so I could connect with him. But I think it is very true what he said about the Allegheny College bubble. When I attended Allegheny College, and after graduating, I moved back up to my hometown for a few years until I moved back down because I started dating my wife, Kelsey. But while I was at Allegheny, there really is a bubble, and if the student doesn't be proactive and actually try to get involved in the community, it's very difficult to really get a feel for what the community has to offer. So I would encourage everyone here, employers, start an internship program if you don't already do it. If you have any exposure to the college, reach out to those students because it's really important to try to keep them here. That's part of what we try to do with the Young Chamber of Commerce. We try to get all the young professionals together, create a core group, and really encourage participation in the community with the Halloween parade, professional development opportunities and such. But yeah, so thank you to everyone at my office, Greg Bush, Lindsay back there, Rena's back there. I have the flexibility to come and go as I want, and that allows me to get out and do the things on my resume there. And thank you to my wife, Kelsey, who puts up with me being kind of somewhere else almost every evening, and also dragging her along with me. And finally, thank you to the Chamber for this awards night.
All right, well, thank you. We have one more. We're going to announce the Emerging Leader Female, and I will read the script that follows. Starting at a young age, this emerging leader became active in our local community. She held many officer titles at MASH and was most known for her early years at the Shipman Foundation Restoration Project. Today, she is part of many local organizations such as the Crawford Area Young Chamber of Commerce, Jack Curtin Parade and Celebration Committee, and the Chamber of Commerce Women's Roundtable, the 75th Crawford County Fair Committee, and is the corresponding secretary for the Business and Professional Women's Club. She is a new member of the Meadville Beautification Committee and the Meadville Garden Club and the Historical Society. Most recently, she was awarded the Irish Spirit Award and was nominated for Woman of the Year. Other accomplishments, because there's more, includes running for Grand Leprechaun twice, once for the Shipman Foundation Restoration and once for the Joyce Stevens Memorial Night Glow, which kickstarts the Thurston Classic weekend. She's a Leadership Meadville Class 8 graduate, winning the Spirit Award, and now the Leadership Meadville Committee. She co-created the An Evening Out event, which is geared to help young adults meet each other and stay connected in the area. When she is not attending a meeting or doing all the other things she's doing, she tries to be involved in volunteering to help or simply attend as many community events as her schedule allows, which is quite obvious. She loves her job at Bethesda Lutheran Services and plans to be in the area forever. Humbled by recent nominations, her recognition, she knows leading is not always holding the title, but feels that you can lead through example, just by being involved. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to announce the 2019 Emerging Leader, Victoria Soff.
Okay, thank you.
Well done.
Like Dave, I did not prepare a speech either, but thank you guys so much for the nomination and the award. Dave and I were both accompanied by some great people that were also nominated, so thank you to everyone, past nominees, future nominees. It's really everyone's part to make Meadville so great and the surrounding community so wonderful. So we can't do it alone, so everyone in this room is a part of that, and thank you for getting me here. Of course, thanks to my parents who had me involved so early. I couldn't do it without them. And I'll keep things short, so thank you to the Chamber and everyone who's here this evening. It's been fun, and like I said, you're stuck with me, so I hope you enjoy it.
Last year, we actually added a new category because we have been blessed with so many new businesses opening not only in Meadville, but in other surrounding communities. So as Heather Fish from Foundry Co-work comes up, she is the only person in this category because she was the only winner since we just added this category last year. And she will read the winner for this year. Please be sure to look at your program for the nominees.
Hello. Good evening. Tonight, I think this is a super exciting category because, as we all know, Meadville is going through a bit of a renaissance, and our whole city has seen a lot of great things as well as the whole county in general. So this business celebrated its 1-year anniversary in September of 2018 with excitement and pride in serving northwestern Crawford County and northeastern Ohio as the go-to florist and boutique. In May 2018, the business expanded its operations with the purchase and acquisition of Loeffler's Flowers and Gifts in Meadville, the longest-serving full-service florist and gift shop with over 93 years of community involvement. Travis Kreitzer owns and operates this company and Loeffler's Flowers and Gifts with the close guidance and support of his mom and business partner Judy Kreitzer. Collectively, the pair bring over 50 years of experience to the business. This is truly a family business, with Travis's sister, Sequoia, being the manager and designer, and their father custom built the beautiful and unique water masterpieces, I think, at both of their locations. Travis and Judy are the only florists serving almost all of Crawford County and Eastern Ohio regions. They welcome local artisans to display and sell their jewelry and unique gifts, as well as secure and utilize locally sourced fresh cut flowers as much as possible. They have added an array of new product lines and unique gifts. They are active community supporters where they assist local schools in their fundraising efforts. They are hosting local musicians with free concerts for community members. They also donate to nonprofits and community activities via donations of gift baskets, gift cards, and volunteers. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in joining and congratulating 2019 New Business of the Year, Blossoms and Blooms Boutique.
First. Oh, I forgot to tell you it was 2 pieces. Congratulations. Glue it together when you get home. There you go. Now.
Thank you so much for the nomination and for receiving this award. I'm from a local from the area, and I moved back 2 years ago to the community after being in Washington, D.C. for 16 years. And I couldn't be more happier. I'm so happy to be back in the community. I think there's a lot of good things happening in Meadville and Linesville and throughout the county. And we're elated to be a part of it. Thank you to my family, as was described in the bio. It's definitely a family-owned and operated business in both shops, and I wouldn't be able to manage both shops if it wasn't for my mom and sister managing the Linesville location. And I couldn't do it alone without my family and the dedicated staff at both locations. They worked tirelessly to get out all the arrangements on time, if not ahead of schedule, and meeting everyone's expectations. And sometimes it's very stressful, but I couldn't be more happier, and certainly to be the second recipient of this award is really exciting. And thank you also to the Chamber for being such a support to the business community and to new businesses that are starting. It's a huge asset to the community. So thank you very much, and congratulations to the other nominees. Thank you.
At this time, while someone comes forward for the Meadville Area Recreation Foundation, I think that's Rachel Verno, the past small nonprofits that have won would be the Academy Theater, the Crawford County Read Program, and the Meadville Medical Center Foundation, and the Meadville Area Recreation Foundation. So congratulations to all of these past winners. And here to announce this year's winner.
One of the largest events that this organization holds is the annual French Creek Cleanup. That is record participation in 2018 with 775 volunteers working to collect garbage from the watershed, amassing almost 32,000 pounds. This event has become a tradition for many, and participants, young and old, help to make a difference in our watershed. French Creek is nationally recognized for its unique biodiversity and treasured for its beauty. The organization is an accredited land trust working to protect the French Creek watershed through land conservation, education, and outreach. In 2018, they added 190 acres to its conserved lands. These properties include important riparian areas that protect the banks of French Creek and its tributaries, acreage with significant development pressures, and a large tract of wetlands on the western shore of Conneaut Lake, part of the last remaining wetlands complex on the lake. They now conserve over 2,000 acres of land in the French Creek watershed, and this land is protected forever for the benefit of the creek and its wildlife, and for the enjoyment of generations to come. This organization also hosts education and outreach programs throughout the 5 counties of the watershed, providing in-school programming to thousands of students annually, teaching them about French Creek and being good stewards of the watershed. They take part in dozens of community events and work with other organizations to advance conservation through cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our 2019 Small Nonprofit of the Year, the French Creek Valley Conservancy.
Thank you so much. This is so surprising. I don't know if you saw where I came from. I am at the seat against the wall in the back, so I thought there's no way we have a chance of winning this award. They walked this far. I'm Brenda Costa. I'm the Executive Director of French Creek Valley Conservancy. Similar to Dave, I'm an Allegheny graduate from Western New York, and I came here for the weather. So decided to stay, and Meadville's been my home for more than 20 years now. If you cross bridges driving around in the area, you see these old kind of faded signs that say French Creek, a community treasure. And it's been so eye-opening for me over the last 3 years to understand what a treasure French Creek is to our community and hear the stories of people's experiences and memories and family traditions that are formed around the creek. And so we work hard every day to protect the French Creek watershed. We are a very small organization. We certainly fit the bill for this category, but we get a lot done, and we get that done with the support of the people in this room. Looking around here, there are so many people here tonight who are members of our organization. There are other agencies and organizations here who partner with us for our events and support our work. There's lots of businesses here who are corporate sponsors for our French Creek cleanup every year, coming back to support us financially, and lots of in-kind donations from them as well. So it's a community treasure, but our success in protecting French Creek is in part because of the community we're part of, and many of you have contributed to help us in our work. So thank you. Thank you very much. It's a long walk, so.
And for the large nonprofit organizations who have won previously, 2015, Bethesda Children's Home, 2016, Active Aging, 2017, Westbury, and our last year's winner was Women's Services. At this time, Megan Cressman will come forward and read the information about this year's winner. And you have a fan club. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm excited to present Large Nonprofit of the Year. This organization has one main responsibility: raising funds to ensure the continuation of programming and services of Bethesda Lutheran Services without regard to financial burden. To accomplish this goal, the Bethesda Foundation for Children hosts 5 annual events and conducts many fundraising and community outreach opportunities. These events support various programs throughout the agency and over 180 community member employees. Bethesda is proudly celebrating its centennial this year and currently is serving over 900 children, youth, and families daily. Without the support of the foundation, Bethesda couldn't begin to provide the quality programming and services they have for over 100 years. This organization's most impactful achievement in recent years has been the establishment of a scholarship through their annual scholarship gala, which supports any youth in their care who apply. They are also responsible for community outreach to raise funds, raise awareness, and receive donations such as school and art supplies, gift cards, sports equipment, Christmas gifts, just to name a few. The most important reason this organization was created was to provide a financial fail-safe for all of the programs and services provided by Bethesda Lutheran Services. The foundation ensures the continuation of services without interruption, despite external funding threats to programs that are crucial to these families in need. Not only does this minimize the negative impact on children, youth, and families in their care, but also the more than 180 staff employed. Without the foundation's support, Bethesda Lutheran Services could not have weathered the storms that have affected other nonprofit agencies and survived the last 100 years while providing consistent programs and services to the over 900 children, youth, and families they serve daily. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our 2019 Large Nonprofit of the Year, Bethesda Foundation for Children.
Thank you, everyone. This is a quite surprise for the Bethesda Foundation for Children, and I guess I'd like to start off by saying thank you to whoever nominated us, but also for the chamber and everything that you do for us. But a special thanks to the board of directors of Bethesda Foundation, and a special thanks to 3 of them that are with us, Terry Danko, Ty Cressman, and Dr. Joe Naring. One thing that Bethesda Foundation for Children strives to do is to empower Bethesda Lutheran Services to enrich the lives of the children that we work with every day. If you've ever heard me talk before, and if you've heard this statement, it's a good thing because I know I'm getting my message out to all of you. There is no such thing as a bad child. And if you've ever met a bad child, come on over to Bethesda and see what we do there, because it is us as a community that has to reach these children to be part of our community, because it takes all of us to raise them. And that's what we do at this agency. The foundation reaches out by raising money to offset the costs of this agency. 25 years ago, the foundation was established, and the reason it was established is because we're not going to be told by anyone that we can't serve those youth. You heard we serve 900 every day. And it's because of the foundation that allows us to do that, and we'll continue to do it. And hopefully, I know I won't be there, and nor probably will any of you, but so we can do this for our next 100 years at Bethesda. So once again, thank you all, and thank you to the staff for everything that you do for Bethesda.
And the previous Small Businesses of the Year: Meadville Area Federal Credit Union, Fine Print Commercial Printers, Bush Investment Group, Hagen Business Machines of Meadville, Erie Bank, Family to Family Home Health Care, Voodoo Brewery, Cobblestone Cottage and Gardens, and at this time, Starn Marketing Group representative Kim Flynn Murky will come forward and announce this year's winner. Big thank you to Starn Marketing Group and Kim. Because of her patience, we were printing the program today as we were still getting information and ads from people, and we were still calling her and calling her. Thank you for your patience with us.
That's what we do.
And do it very well.
All the time. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for nominating us last year and us receiving the reward. They give you a piece of paper to tell you who it's going to be. I don't know until just now when I opened it up. So I have to read it, and hopefully I do a good job at this. This company strives to be part of numerous local communities, which I think we all do, right? They consider it their mission to promote the community that we live, work, and volunteer in. Their business is to market and promote other businesses to help them establish and maintain success in our changing world. They give time to the organizations and events to help make their community stronger and better for all of us. They're part of the Meadville Chamber and give back to countless organizations by promoting local fundraisers, keep us up to date on all local sporting events. Is that a hint? High school, college, etc. They volunteer their countless times at countless nonprofit fundraisers, including local social club events, political events, veteran events, numerous local fairs and festivals, and of course keep you entertained daily, including the morning show that they do from 6 to 9, Monday through Friday. I'm sorry, I had to ad-lib a little bit. If it involves our local community, it involves Cool 101.7. So I think they're in the very back table back there. He's coming. I'm going to add one other side note. We've worked with Cool for nearly 20 years. We probably do an event every quarter, every year. And I was just doing some math in my head. That's about, 60, 70 different events that we partner together with. And you guys are always step up to the plate, and we appreciate your help on everything.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just 2 pieces.
Oh. They're telling me not to break it. I'm going to set it down. I'll make this quick because I know it's hard for the people in back to hear, but we want to thank everyone from the Chamber for and the people that nominated us. We're glad to be a part of the community. We enjoy it. We just celebrated our 16th year broadcasting with Cool 101.7, so just a couple of weeks ago. Now I know why people are saying, hey, you better get your reservations for the dinner. You better come. And I'm like, okay. So once again, thank you again. I'll keep it short and sweet because we have a lot of people we want to recognize. I want to congratulate other winners that are winning tonight. And once again, thanks again. We really do appreciate it. And I'll carry it carefully back to the table. Thank you.
And this is another new category we added a few years ago, the mid-size business of the year. And these winners have been Montana's Ribbon Chop House, Kuhn Tool and Die, and at this time I'd like to welcome Allison Palmero Brady from Palmero Toyota, last year's winner, to announce this year's winner.
It was very neat to read all these things, and when you see some of the things these businesses do, it's just amazing, and I'm glad that we have the information so you all can see. Annually, this company donates over $55,000 to nonprofits in Greater Meadville area. Their commitments include the WINS program, ARC of Crawford County, Teach Kids to Save program, and the numerous education programs from grade school to higher education. With 3 new construction projects totaling over $3.5 million, they are here to stay at other times when companies are downsizing or closing their offices. They are active member in the Meadville Western Chamber of Commerce, supported NTMA and the Woods Club Initiative. Their efforts to improve the area on North Street has removed blight and developed a pleasant green space for residents to enjoy. I love how people write these things. They're fantastic. I haven't used blight in a sentence before, so I was very happy. Thank you. Their donation to Roche Park in the Vernon Township was to purchase and renovate playground equipment to make a park a destination for families. Recently, they also made a $20,000 commitment to active aging for the community center project. This company is fully committed to the greater Meadville area and doing their part to make it a better place to live, work, and raise your family. They are our hometown bank, the only remaining local headquartered bank in Erie County, established 110 years ago. Every dollar stays right here in our community, where we serve to empower individuals, their families, and to prosper businesses to succeed, communities to be better places, and employees to do their best. When you hear the Hometown Bank, you look beyond the numbers to envision what you could be. You see businesses growing and jobs created, families prospering and buying homes, and lives changing for the better. Because when it's in your hometown, it matters more. That's the Marquette difference. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and help me congratulate the 2019 Midside Business of the Year, Marquette Savings Bank. I've never had to use that. Thank you.
Well, good evening. It's great to be here. It's an honor to be here tonight to accept this award on behalf of our board and the employees of Marquette, some of which I have over on my left. Meadville's an important market for us. Our focus has been on expanding our footprint in Crawford County, where we've made substantial investments over the last 7 years. Our newest office in Vernon Township opened last year, and our latest project, the renovation of our Conneaut Lake office, will be completed at the end of May. I mention this because it speaks to our commitment to the Meadville area, and with that commitment comes our support for the community, not only with monetary support, but through employee volunteerism. An important part of our mission is to make the communities we serve better places. Meadville is a wonderful community that supports one another, and we look forward to being a part of this community for many years to come. So thank you so much.
And at this time, I will announce the large businesses of the year that we have had in the past. And I'm sad to say we had no new large businesses nominated this year. So I know there are large businesses in our community that are doing extraordinary things. I challenge many of you to nominate someone next year. I want this category filled next year, please. But our past recipients have been Universal Well Services, C&J Industries, Accutech Precision Aerospace, Channellock, Tech Molded Plastics, Ainsworth Pet Nutrition, New Tech Tooling Systems, Ernst Conservation Seeds, and congratulations to last year's winner, Armstrong. Thank you so much for taping this, as always, and you can watch this again later on your Armstrong channel, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for all that you do for us. I know Dante is here somewhere. Thank you, Dante. And at this time, I'd like to recognize all of our nominees, because as I said, there were a couple categories that, of course, I had to double, triple check because there were a couple with 1 and 2 point differences. You are all in great company in each of your categories. Our emerging leaders, Dave Astry, Nick Ozerak, Aaron Rekich, Josh Sheretz, Marissa Hilson, Victoria Soff, and Rachel Verno. Big round of applause for those people. Our small business nominees were Confections of a Cake Lover, Cool 101.7, and Glenn Peterson Floors and Furniture. Our mid-sized businesses were Hagen Business Machines of Meadville, Marquette Savings Bank, and Meadville Ambulance Service. The small nonprofit of the year, Crawford Central Community Foundation, the Crawford County Historical Society, French Creek Valley Conservancy. And our large nonprofits of the year were Bethesda Foundation for Children, Junior Achievement of Western Pennsylvania, and our Meadville Family YMCA. And our new businesses of the year, and I can already think of several for new businesses next year that I see popping up downtown and all over. But the new businesses for this year were Blossoms and Blooms Boutique, Bull Moose Progressive Marketing, and the Woolen Mill. All of these businesses are doing tremendous things, and thank you so much to each of them. At this time, it's my great honor to introduce Gary Elizio from the Shafer Law Firm and Dr. James Mullen, president of Allegheny College, so we can present this year's Raymond P. Shafer Award winner.
Good evening. Gary Elizio, pinch hitting for John Swick. We're honored to participate in this award, and I'm very personally honored to be standing next to Dr. Mullen because he's done so much for this community, and you'll definitely be missed.
Thank you, Gary.
So I'll be brief tonight. I do want to introduce two new members at our table. Attorney Adam Stallard, who leads our new Linesville office. Welcome, Adam. And Attorney Ross Prather, who brings 4 decades of legal history and 25 years of personal experience, who co-leads our estate administration and planning department. Welcome, Ross. One quick Ray Shafer story that Chuck Swick shared with me at lunch today. Back in the early 70s, the governor had finished his term and was splitting his time between Washington, D.C. and Meadville. When he was in our office, apparently, as Chuck tells the story, everybody knew he was there because the phone would not stop ringing. And they weren't ordinary phone calls. There was an intercom system, so everybody in the office knew who called because they used to page you over the phone. And he would get calls such as, Governor Bob Hope is on the phone about golf, right? Or Governor Nelson Rockefeller is on the phone, right? But that really didn't matter to Ray because Chuck would say that he just wanted to come down, sit down in his office and say, Chuck, what's going on at Meadville? What's going on with Allegheny? How are the teams doing and how can I help? And really that's what this award is about, which is people who've embedded themselves in this community and dug in and want to help. So congratulations to all the award winners tonight, all the nominees, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Mullen to award tonight's Ray Shafer Award winner.
Thank you, Gary. Thank
Thanks.
you, good friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, and it is always an honor to be here this evening. Allegheny is deeply honored to be part not only of this ceremony, but also to be part of its community, and we thank you for that. And as we reach the final award of the evening, I am too reminded of its namesake, whose legacy I believe we all strive in our own way to mirror. Raymond P. Shafer was a lawyer, college president, government official, presidential advisor, community advocate, and philanthropist. But he was far more than all of that on his resume. Ray Shafer was a graduate and later president of Allegheny College. He served the state of Pennsylvania as our governor, founded a successful law firm, and is responsible for numerous accomplishments that we benefit from as residents of this state and this nation. He was a friend of, a volunteer in, and a champion for our city and our community since the day he arrived. The same qualities we are proud to highlight in our honoree this evening.
Since he was old enough to recall, tonight's awardee has held a front row seat in witnessing the kindness and the generosity Meadville has to offer. The proud son of a door-to-door bleach salesman, he observed his father proudly earning a living for his family through his vocation, while in the process meeting and befriending much of the city that was his lifetime home. It was these childhood experiences which inspired an appreciation for Meadville, an appreciation that has fueled a lifetime of service by Gary DeSantis. Gary was fortunate in inheriting his father's work ethic, his love for our community, and the small cleaning business, having spent nearly half a century since honoring his father's legacy by growing his livelihood into DeSantis Solutions, a leader in local and regional business circles. With the blessing of success comes the mantle of community responsibility, and Gary has actively embraced his leadership role in Meadville. From participating in Big Brothers, Big Sisters, coaching softball, to serving on the board of Crawford County Human Services, Gary has been and remains a dedicated leader for and mentor to future generations of Crawford County youth. A strong and capable community hospital has always been at the front of Gary's priorities. Gary has served in multiple capacities as a volunteer at Meadville Medical Center, spending nearly a decade on our community medical center's board of directors, and just as long raising funds for special projects through the Meadville Medical Center Foundation, while expecting no applause for his efforts. Gary's dedication has contributed to the addition of a breast biopsy machine, an alarm system for maternity unit child protection, and even the creation of the Yolanda Barco Oncology Center. This dedication has touched every one of us in some way. These are the efforts that bring us here to celebrate him tonight. After his tenure at Meadville Medical Center came to a close, however, Gary has not rested on his laurels, but instead joined the board of directors at Active Aging and the Active Aging Foundation, organizations ensuring quality services for our area's seniors. Gary's guidance and volunteerism has assisted Active Aging in raising funds and operating efficiently for the well-being of Crawford County residents. He is active in his church, a concerned community citizen, an accomplished writer in both thought-provoking newspaper editorial and published historical fiction. Gary's daughter wrote in her nomination that her father always tells her that he believes a person will be remembered by what they do for free, not what they do for money. Gary has certainly earned his place in Meadville and Crawford County's history for all these efforts. Gary's love for his hometown spans decades and generations. Through his guidance and leadership, countless nonprofits and businesses and individuals have received the assistance they have counted on and needed, not just to survive, but to prosper. Although the complete list of his accomplishments is far too extensive to name this evening in its entirety, his generosity, his leadership, his volunteerism has touched every one of us in some way, be it through the countless contributions he made to local nonprofits or the time he dedicated to our region's youth, our local hospital, and countless other projects. Gary has truly been and remains a pillar of our community, and we are elated to add him to the list of inspirational individuals honored through this award. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Gary DeSantis as the recipient of the 2019 Governor Raymond P. Shafer Award for Distinguished Community Service.
Kelly. I don't know about you, but every time a guy, when I'm at a thing like this, gets up and he's got a prepared speech in his hand and he puts it down, I get a twinge in my stomach, you know? I'm thinking, oh, God. And it reminds me of a story that Lyndon Johnson used to tell about his uncle Ezra. Great name, Ezra. Ezra was having some health problems. Amongst those was his hearing. His hearing was horrible. He just could not hear a thing. So they took him to the doctor, and through the course of his medical history, they found that Ezra was drinking his own moonshine. And the doctor said to Ezra, you know, Ezra, if you back off the moonshine a bit, I think maybe your hearing might come back. He said, I want to see you in 3 months. Ezra came back in 3 months, and his hearing was worse. The doctor said, Ezra, what's going on here? He said, are you still drinking? Ezra said, yep. He said, why? He said, frankly, Doc, I liked what I was drinking a hell of a lot better than what I was hearing. So those of you that had a few of those voodoos, I hope what you're drinking ain't a lot better than what you're going to hear now. I'd like to thank, to get this started and be brief, I'd like to thank the Chamber, Karen and Krista and the Shafer Law Firm. I appreciate this wonderful, wonderful honor. I especially would like to thank the Selection Committee. Actually, I had some cash envelopes for you guys. But in light of the recent scandals involving test taking and college admittance, I thought better of it. Allegheny folks like that one. Personally, a special thank you to my wife, Kathy, for all her efforts at home and in our business. We've been in together a long time, and there was a lot of stuff she had to do at home while I was doing other things, and I am so thankful for her. I'd like to thank my daughter, Morgan. I'd like to thank my daughter, Morgan, for her nomination. It was wonderful. Hopefully she will be landing at a research position at Michigan. My gratitude also goes to my daughter, Shannon, who frankly, and I mean this, she runs a business far better than I ever did. And that allows me to come and go as I please. A special thank you to my daughter, Cam-Marie, who I know is somewhere enjoying this, hopefully as much as anyone else. My wife and kids have always encouraged and supported everything I've ever done. I'd like to also thank the great organizations that have given me the honor and distinct privilege of doing a small part in their governance and in their operations. It's far easier than you might imagine because they've all had meaningful missions, fantastic administrative leaders, and very, very, very good, capable support staffs. There's a circuitry to life, isn't there? There's a kind of snarky thing that what goes around comes around, and karma's a, philosophy. But on the other side of the coin, there's a nicer, sweeter aspect. That side is demonstrated by this story. It was early December 1966, and Ray Shafer had just been elected governor of Pennsylvania, and Meadville was honoring him and his family with a victory parade down Chestnut Street. I wanted to see the governor, and I knew a little bit about him because of the campaign. I knew that he graduated from Allegheny, I think summa cum laude. He was Phi Beta Kappa. He went to Yale Law School and graduated with honors there. He was a PT boat captain, had 80 combat missions, and he was awarded a Bronze Star and a Purple Heart. Actually, he was more successful than John Kennedy because his ship didn't sink, his boat. So I knew all that. And there I was. It was kind of a cold morning. I think I was a freshman at Allegheny, and I just finished my finals early December. And there's a whole line of people on both sides of the street. And I was just a face in the crowd. Just one of hundreds, thousands, who knows. I can tell you I was standing in what is now Julian's in front of that position. And it was a remarkable moment for Meadville, for Ray, and for myself. Now, 53 years later, and 4 months, a kid whose parents were living on Market Street when I was born, and I was raised on Pomona Alley and South Park Avenue, and I've won an award named after arguably the most successful and important Meadville citizen. That's quite remarkable, isn't it? And what do you say about that? God bless America. Someone asked me, why do you get involved in community service? Well, because you have to, in some small way, make a difference into the society into which you were born. And as my daughter Morgan said, a person is not defined, or more importantly, remembered by what he did for money, but rather by what he did for free. Thank you all. I'm humbled and honored by this award, and thank you, Ray Shafer, for everything you did in a life incredibly well lived. Thank you.
And Gary, we also have citations from Senator Michelle Brooks' office and Representative Brad Roy's office that they will give you after the program and get official photos with as well. So congratulations again. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize not just a pair of distinguished guests at our dinner, but esteemed leaders of the Meadville community. Since the day he took office, President James Mullen has been far more than a leader for Allegheny College. Dr. Mullen has jumped into our community with both feet, serving on numerous committees, boards, and advisory roles throughout Crawford County for over a decade. In addition to his volunteerism, Dr. Mullen has elevated the prestige of Allegheny College through his involvement as chairman of the American Council of Education, while still making the Allegheny brand more accessible through his firm belief that the campus should not just be in the community, but a part of the community. Throughout his tenure, he has both been a pillar of academia and a mentor with an open door, using Allegheny as a means to move our community forward, as well as using our community to move Allegheny as well. By his side throughout the last 11 years has been Allegheny's unofficial ambassador to Meadville, Mary Mullen. With a resume as impressive as her husband's, Mary has touched many lives throughout the region in unmeasurable ways, from serving as the president of the Board of Directors of Women's Services to serving as athletic director at Seton Catholic School to her numerous roles helping to coordinate Special Olympics. Mary has not just offered her time, but given 100% of herself to the community for over a decade. As these two individuals move on to the next chapter of their lives, it is with great appreciation and parting sorrow that we wish them the very best. On behalf of the businesses, the nonprofits, and individuals in this room tonight, as well as the entire Meadville Western Crawford County Chamber of Commerce, I would like to thank you both for your time and commitment to our community.
Shoot. I wasn't expecting this, but thank you all. I mean, it's not difficult to be part of this wonderful community, and I just want to thank you all for allowing me to be part of so many wonderful things and meeting so many wonderful people. And okay, Jim, it's you.
We stand between you and the end of the evening. We are deeply, we're deeply honored. We're very surprised by this and very grateful. 11 years ago, we arrived here with our son and daughter, and you welcomed us, and we will never forget that. We will never forget the friendships that we have made here and the difference that each and every one of you have made in our lives and in our communities. It is a privilege to call you friends. Thank you, and it's a great honor tonight. Thank you.
We've reached the end of the evening, and it's close to 8:30. I think we accomplished a lot and recognized a lot of very deserving people. At this time, I do want to remind all winners, please stay afterwards for your official photographs, because of course we have Sarah Smith from Beautiful Moments by Sarah for photos. And please be sure to take your program if any of you will be interested in any of the photos. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being our official photographer this year. At this time, I would like to thank Jason and Jen Backus and their entire staff for working so diligently and so hard at this event. We changed a few things, and we really appreciate that. Thank you for your superb service, staff, and for the wonderful meal. I'd like to thank Armstrong as well. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Dante, for representing Armstrong very well, one of our biggest supporters for many, many years and many years to come. We thank you for all that you do for us. And again, you can rewatch this, I'm sure. And thank you to CATA for providing that free shuttle back and forth that a few of you used. Big thank you to our bartenders for the evening, to Greg, Luke, and Cody. Thank you so much to them. Big thank you to Kim Flynn Murky for your patience. Again, Kim, thank you for the great program that you did. Can I get your attention real quickly, please? I would like to sincerely have a big round of applause for the chamber staff. Please stand. We have Karen Stout, who is the communications coordinator. And we have Emily J. Jacks, the newest addition to our chamber family. Thank you so much. She's our executive assistant. And Corey Young, who is the administrative assistant and special events. And Eileen Mullen, you're not standing. You're a part of our chamber family. Please stand. Thank you so much for the Chamber Foundation. I'm very blessed to have a great staff. And at this time, I have several chamber board members in the room. If you would please stand as well, because I'm very proud and honored to have a board that is very supportive in what we do. And I thank you for all that you do for us. Please be sure to look in your May calendar for all of the upcoming events that we have and some of the new programs that we have. And speaking of programs, please be sure to fill out those surveys that are on your tables. You are more than welcome to take the Armstrong pens home, but they are there so that you fill those out, please. We will be collecting those so we can do our very best for our chamber membership. At this time, Marie Phelps, if you would come forward.
Thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and I want to congratulate all the winners. And with that, I officially adjourn this meeting. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Drive safe home.
Well done.
Congrats.
Awesome.